All right. Welcome to the cabin.
Yeah, it's just
I
me
am
and Daniel.
Bubble Bass '03, also known as Daniel, joined here with the co-host Ian, better known as
Oh,
Moist456. Or what's your second Instagram?
Instagram name. I don't know, man. I
Is it
just go by
Moist
Mr. Moist.
450? No, it's not Moist456. It's
No, it's Moist
65.
456 and
Yeah,
654. It's okay.
yeah.
I mean, in my defense, I really wanted to do Moist 123, but obviously that was taken. So big sad, big sad. But you were talking about women. Please elaborate. How do you feel about women, man?
Um, dude, women are great. Like I can't I can't stress that enough. Like I don't want to come off as gay or anything, but like sometimes I just don't understand them.
Yeah, I don't understand women either, man. My girlfriend's right beside me, so I got to tiptoe on this subject. So,
Oh, that's
um,
fine.
no, it's fine, yeah. But I'll try to be as brutal as I can be. Um, yeah, no, I have the same issues. Like, I don't know what issues you have, but I have some decent issues. Um, I think the worst thing I have with women is I just don't know how to read them. So, for example, I get absurdly angry at like really small things, and this is one that bothers me at least a decent amount, but we've gotten better at it over time. Finding a place to eat, I will in my mind have a dedicated place to eat, and I'm like, I want to go here, and it just doesn't align with my girlfriend sometimes. So, for example, I really like seafood, um, and
That's
yeah, I
you and I
just
are different. I hate it.
yeah. So I was like, oh man, I really am craving seafood. And then my girlfriend would be like, well, I'm really craving pasta. And over time, I'll try to find a middleman. And and over the time, I'll try to find a middleman. So like, okay, well, here's the places that have both pasta and crab, and it'll never work out. And by the end of it, we're going to Olive Garden every fucking time. What about you, man?
Dude, Olive Garden and Texas Roadhouse are like this two
Dude, I
safest
know,
options.
bro. You're so right. You're so on point with that too. Cause it's either like, dude, like honestly, I fucking hate Outback compared to Texas Steakhouse or Roadhouse. So good.
I don't have an Outback near me, so I've never even
Dude,
tried it.
don't go. Texas Roadhouse is just the best option. Like not only do you get better rolls, better cinnamon, like they typically just have better food in general. The last time I went to Outback, I got a steak, and I don't remember what steak, but it was so small.
Like a seven
I don't
ounce or
remember.
something, like a 5 ounce.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I felt like I can't remember. I think I got like a rabbi, a rabbi, a rabbi.
A ribeye.
Got like a ribeye or something. It was like super small, but I'm
So
not a big steak guy.
I just want to clarify: there's nothing wrong with being gay, but
Yeah.
I figured I should say that. There's nothing wrong with
It
that.
is a little easier, man. If I was gay, man, let me tell you, I'd probably be a slut. I'm gonna be honest. It just seems so easy to be
Jesus.
gay, bro. No, no, no. I mean this in like the least gay way possible. Like you hear about Grinder and how easy it is just to fucking suck and leave. If I was gay, man, it'd be super easy. I feel like being straight's just super hard.
Yeah, the hardest part about it is finding a place to eat. Like, for example, my girlfriend told
Mm.
me last night, she was like, hey, we should go out tomorrow night. I'm like, okay, like, I thought you were, like, I thought you weren't free. She said, no, I am. I was like, all right, cool. So I go to pick her up, and we
Mm.
really haven't decided on a place to eat. And she's like, let's go to Target. I'm like, all right, we'll go to Target and we'll get food after. After we leave Target, she's like, I'm really not all that hungry.
Oh no.
Maybe we should go home. And I'm like, okay, like
Well,
not a big
well,
deal.
hold
I'm
on.
like,
Did
I'm
did
really
did
not
she
all
care
that.
about your feelings? Were you hungry? Were you like you really
No,
hungry?
I wasn't hungry. If I was hungry, I would have told her. Like we have good communication. I can't. There's
Oh,
no
that's for
complaints
me
there.
and you in my in my relationship are different. It's like never mind. Go on, go on. Bad communication. On my end,
Yeah,
on my
it's
end.
that's it. So it's like she just wants to go home. Like it's not a big deal. It just didn't work out that
Mm.
we like could think of a place to eat. And I even asked her when we were in Target's parking lot. I started my car. I was like, I'm not leaving until you tell me where we're going.
I do the same shit, dude.
I'm thinking like it's her idea. Like she wanted to go out.
Mhm.
I'm like, okay. And she's changed her mind, which isn't a bad thing.
I mean,
Like,
honestly, man, I don't know about you, but like whenever I hang out with my girlfriend, and I love hanging out with my girlfriend, but it really drags on sometimes. So, for example, we'll have the idea of going out to eat, but then we'll end up stopping at Target, then Meijer, then Sephora, and like we never really get anything. It's just like we just start browsing for a very long time. Does that ever happen to you?
right. No, because my girlfriend has a money spending habit, and so do I. So we usually like Target. I think she went in to get like some organizing stuff for her desk,
Mhm.
and we came home with like bath towels, a floor mat, like a sink organizer. We came home with like bubbles, like a flower
Mhm.
vase. Like she went all out.
Sounds like my girlfriend
We're
with like
like in
terrible
the
spending habits. Like if we bought everything we looked at, yeah,
right.
go on.
It's like we spent countless minutes in the Lego aisle, and I, of course, I want to look at Hot
Yes,
Wheels.
sir. Hot Wheels.
So it's like we went there for like one thing. We ended up leaving with nothing even close to that. Like nothing for her desk whatsoever. We just came back with everything for her bathroom.
Aw. Dude, that's how it goes too, man. You always set out with an idea and it always changes. That's why I'm so for like online grocery stuff, like having your shit delivered to you or going to pick it up. Because whenever you go into like a place like Costco or like Target or anything like that, you always end up getting more or just not what you want. You know what I mean? But
Yes.
I'm always too lazy to plan ahead for that. So like I always go in like Costco and I'm like, man, I was talking to my buddies about this. There was a lemon meringue cheesecake, and I was like, I have to get that. And yeah, I ate that shit. It was so good, but like, man, it was $21. But
Oh my!
right, it was really expensive. But I really like cheesecake, and I really like lemon meringue pie. So I was like, fuck it.
I walked into a gas station today.
Okay.
My buddy was pumping gas. We were just carpooling together to the shooting range,
Mm-hmm.
and he was stopped to pump gas. And I went in. I was like, I want a Slim Jim and a Mountain Dew, and I don't really drink pop, so I was like feeling kind of frisky.
Oh no! And you start
Like
off with a
yeah,
Mountain Dew.
I could get away. Yeah, I got a code red, dude.
Okay.
Epic Gamer drink, right? So I got a code red to fucking Slim Jim, $7.84. I was like, holy
Yeah, never get
shit!
soda
What is
from
this
a
country
gas
gone to?
station, man. Even their deals are stupid. It's like you go there for it's like a 2 for $8 Red Bull. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? I hate gas stations so much. But go on, I feel you,
I
bro.
love them, dude.
You do
I'm
too?
loyal to Sheets.
Oh, dude, that I mean, Sheets is different because I kind of see that place as like I'm gonna get food while I'm there. I'm not gonna actually like stop and like
Oh, I did. I got myself a Boss Bacon Burger and some pickle fries
pickle
today.
fries. Dude, my go-to is like those little wraps they have. They're so good, like the little chicken
The
wraps.
stack wraps,
Yeah, dude.
like the
Yeah,
chicken ones.
dude. I love those.
Yeah, I get the crispy chicken ones with ranch sometimes because that's what McDonald's used to have, but they were fucking stupid and got rid of them off the menu.
Yeah, dude. America, man. Anything slightly healthy, it's off the. Well, no, it does have crispy chicken in it, I guess, but still. Fuck.
Oh no, this is America. It can be deep fried and still healthy for you.
That is true. Did you hear about how?
At least that's what.
I don't know.
Oh, go
No,
ahead.
no, no. I'm gonna interrupt you here because this is kind of crazy. Did you hear about like Kellogg trying to fight about like I think they're trying to fight the FDA about them being healthy? Did you hear about this?
I did not hear about
It was like,
that. Probably due to the fact that I really don't give a shit because I don't eat cereal. Of course, Kellogg owns everything,
yeah.
but they're most known for their cereal. They own fucking everything.
I was gonna say, bro, it's Frosted Flakes for a reason. It's the sugar-covered Frosted Flakes, and they're trying to argue that they're healthy. And I'm like, man, at that point, you might as well classify fucking Cinnamon Toast Crunch as like a healthy food because, like,
Dude, that cannot be good for
no,
you.
bro, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, it fucking hurt. You know, a cereal is unhealthy when it hurts your mouth after you eat like a bowl of it. You know what I mean?
Dude, that's the truest fucking shit ever.
And then,
Dude, like it'll just scratch up the whole roof of your mouth. And, oh yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
yeah, and you feel like shit afterwards. You're like, man, maybe shouldn't have eaten that much of it. It's like, ugh. But yeah.
Well, I'm like, as I get older, I'm slightly becoming more lactose intolerant,
Oh no, man.
so I have to be careful what I eat. Apparently, it's like a natural human thing as you get older to become lactose
Well, it's
intolerant.
because you over time don't drink as much milk. Like for me, I drink gallons of milk, so I never had the issue. If you stop drinking milk for a
Big
while,
bodybuilder.
yeah, I exercise, but like fuck, man, I love me some
That's
milk and
yeah,
dairy.
that's good.
I love dairy.
But like, I fucking love milkshakes. I haven't had one in a long time, but dude, if I am feeling like I want to have a milkshake, I need to make sure that I don't have anything planned the next day. Not necessarily because it screws up my digestive. It's just the stomach aches that I get from it
Dude,
is something
dude,
unreal.
you'd hate like being around me 24/7 because I'm always getting something dairy. I'm always like getting ice cream, milkshakes, frappuccinos. Like, bro, I fucking just love dairy products so much. Like, I don't know what I do.
Dude, I love cheddar cheese, dude, and white
Oh,
cheddar.
dude, is that means you can't eat cheese sticks, right? Like, you can't get the Colby
Oh,
Jack.
I still eat them
Okay,
anyways.
okay, okay. I was in my go-to to pack for my lunch. Just a little Cobalt or Colby Jack, like cheese sticks.
See, I don't pack my lunch.
You know, I don't pack my lunch as much as I should, and it's because I've gotten really lazy, and I find myself going to McDonald's and Jimmy John's. Like that's my two go-to places for lunch.
My work has its own like snack shack,
Oh, okay.
which is really really cool. So it's got its own like kiosk, like self checkout kiosk,
Yeah.
and they restock it like 2 to 3 times a week. And I'm just like, I eat once a day and on the weekdays. Like I eat a like an actual meal once a day when I come home,
Mm.
but and I just snack when I'm there, like Cheez-Its or like maybe some Pringles.
And
Not like
you're working 12-hour
not like
shifts,
terribly
right?
tens. I work tens now. I used to work 12s.
I was gonna say that's a long time to go without like a hearty meal. Like I could never. That's actually crazy. I have to get at least like a I don't know like a nice made sandwich. Hence why I always go to Jimmy John's. But I spend too much money on Jimmy John's, man. But their bread is so good.
They have good stuff there, like charcuterie shit with like cheese and crackers and stuff. Like if I'm actually hungry, I'll get like one or two of those,
Mm-hmm.
and they're probably like $8 for two of them, which is like a little pricey. But
Yeah.
it's not that often, and I'm like, I can't wait until I get home, because when I'm at work, I'm so busy that I don't even think about the fact that I'm hungry until I'm on the way home, and then I pass Subway, Taco Bell, and Dairy Queen and McDonald's. So
Oh, bro, that's awful. Like, actually, it's terrible, man. That's really.
I'm actually not a big fast food guy. Like I will pass up all those places on my way home, even if I'm hungry,
Mhm.
and wait till I get home.
I'm like a really big pizza guy, so like if I see a deal at Domino's where it's all like, "Oh, carryout's like $5," I'm like, "Bro, that's the price of a Little Caesars pizza. I'm fucking getting that." Like, I don't know.
So where I live, there's only two places that deliver: Domino's and some like wing place.
Mm-hmm.
I've had so much Domino's in my lifetime because I don't feel like leaving the house.
Oh,
It's starting to get gross, but their lava cakes, bussin'.
bussin'. Hey, man, when
Like I'll never be tired of their lava cakes, but their pizza, I'm starting to get tired of it.
dude, I'm starting to go broke too. Like my job, like I can't be spending as much money as I am right now. Even that like I'm home, like I have the like willpower to and the money to. It's just I find myself like how do I explain this? So like on my lunch I spend $7, right? I make about like 15, 16 an hour. I'm not afraid to like talk about my wage and shit. And
Yeah.
it's like that's nearly half an hour of work. And I compare my like spending habits to that, which is I don't know if that's good like a good thing or a bad thing.
Well, I got a question for
Yeah.
you. If it's a half hour for work, do you get a half hour paid break?
I do, but I get an hour unpaid lunch and it's mandatory to take it like for like at least 45 minutes.
Oh, of course it is.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah, it's so fucking dumb. But yeah, it's
An hour is a long time.
I know, man. Like I'll actually sit in my car and watch a few episodes of Hank Hill. or like King of the Hill. I actually love King of the Hill now.
I get, I get 2 half-hour paid breaks
Dude,
per
that's
day.
so cool. That's actually so nice.
So it was like that when I worked 12s too, and now I work 10. So I'm realistically only working 9 hours a day.
But you're still getting paid for 10. I mean, that's
Oh
awesome,
yeah.
dude.
Oh, dude, I want to tell you one thing about my job that I just experienced for the first time because I recently took a new position
hmm
in the recent months.
Yeah.
Um, well, I work Monday through Friday now, but on Saturdays, like some people have to come in for like a short period of time,
Mm.
and you could be there for 20 or 30 minutes, and they'll pay you for 3 hours.
What?
Well, I was on overtime by the end of Thursday. I worked a full day Friday, all on overtime,
hmm
and I traded out this Saturday with somebody because I'm still new. I don't really know everything yet, so they don't really give me the opportunity to work the Saturdays.
Yeah.
Well, they asked me like, "Hey, like, can you fill in for me this Saturday? It's only going to be 25 minutes of work. I don't want to drive a half hour there to work 25 minutes and drive a half hour home." I was like, "Fuck yeah, like I'll come in
hmm
for 25 minutes of work."
Yeah.
I was there half hour max,
hmm
and I got another 3 hours of overtime because they pay you a minimum of 3 hours every time you come in.
That's so fucking cool. Dude.
So I got 40 hours of straight pay and 13 hours of overtime.
Dude, you must be balling, man. I fucking suck. I really I I don't know how to explain. Dude, I can't explain anything. I'm fucking just autistic. Holy shit.
Tism.
Autism, bro. But dude, I really just don't like working retail. But I also like going to college. I actually really enjoy college, and I really hope
Did you
I
graduate?
graduated with an associate's, but I'm trying to go for my
Yeah.
bachelor's because obviously when you have an associate's in something, you can't do much. Like the doors open a little bit. Like it's easier to get like
Yeah,
certain
yeah, yeah,
jobs,
yeah.
but I really want to like
Like management
yeah,
positions and
yeah,
whatnot.
yeah, for sure. But I really want to like go into my degree, and I can't help but like feel this is gonna take forever. I'm gonna be stuck working for like in retail for like another 2 years, which is dreadful. But like, man, I always hear my buddies making so much money doing trade jobs, and I'm always like, nope, I'm gonna hate myself in like 10 years if I do that. I want to do what I like.
I have some pretty shit working conditions, I won't lie. Like I breathe in some nasty shit on the day to day, and every time I come home I blow black shit out of my face when I'm in the shower.
Oh, dude, that's awful. I didn't know it was that bad, man. I thought you
It's
had like good working conditions.
I mean, dude, my old working conditions were really good, but I only made like 24 to 25 an
Mm.
hour.
Oh, and you make way more
So the way
here?
it worked,
Jeez, dude. That's
yeah.
awesome. What the fuck? Okay, that's pretty sick.
So before um I the way they do it is you have a review with your boss like every 90
Yeah.
days. And if you have a positive review, you get a 3% raise to like a max
Do you still
amount
get your like?
for your
Do you
job
still get your
position.
like yearly raise for being there, or is that also be like encompass?
Um that usually depends on how well business is that year.
Oh,
Like this year we've been pretty shit for like the past 12 months. Like we're only making as a company like $200,000 to $300,000 profit per
mm-hmm.
month. And we have profit sharing too, which is nice, but uh the way it works is it's kind of like a union
Mm-hmm.
where you'll take a job and like you have to bid on it so everybody can bid on the same job, and if they have more like seniority than you in the company, they can get it over you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like I took a job that was like operating a machine that started at I think $20 flat and then maxed out at $22.60 an hour. That was my
Yeah.
last job. Well, I had all positive reviews and I maxed out the job like quick, like really, really fast, like faster than I should have, like on
Yeah.
paper, like according to the handbook. Like my boss was just like, you know what you're doing, you're good. Like fuck it, like I'm putting you at max rate.
Yeah.
Well, my old job had a $2.60 adder for working my 4 on 4 off 12-hour day
Yeah.
schedules.
Okay.
Well, with my vacation, the way they'd get you is when you put in vacation, they would not pay you that extra 260 an
Mm-hmm.
hour. So if I put in for 12 hours vacation, I was only making 22.60 instead of 25 and
Mm.
change. Now with this job, I don't have that adder. I'm just at a flat rate. So my vacation pays just the same amount as my actual labor, which is
That's
nice.
actually super dope, man. Like my paid vacation time, like it's stressful. Like I don't even want to take it because like it adds up so slowly and like
Oh, I can
yeah.
imagine, dude. I feel your pain because I only get 2 weeks
Mm.
a year.
I get like I
And
get
that's
like
it. And I get no sick days. I get 2 doctor days, and that's
dude,
it. And I used my 2 doctor's excuse days by March
dude, it
3rd.
fucking sucks too. Like I don't understand why companies like don't allow you to take like sick days like via doctor's notes. Cause like why is that even there? It doesn't make sense. Like if I go to the doctors and I have strep throat and you still want me to come in, that makes you guys more liable because if I get other people sick, you're gonna lose fucking money. I just don't like the pro.
You're going to lose employees,
Yeah,
too,
that's,
because if you're going to get anybody sick, it's probably going to be
yeah,
employees.
that's what I mean. They lose employees, therefore they lose money. You know, people aren't working. Um,
Well, I mean, if they lose employees, they actually aren't. They're losing less money,
oh,
but
you know, that's fair. I mean, you think it'd work like that, but no. But
excuse me. Um, yeah, I have a surgery coming up. I think next month. I think it's either the 20th of this month or the 20th of next
you got to
month.
schedule days to
It's the 20th of
you got to
next
schedule
month.
that off, right?
So, well, I don't know how that's gonna work.
Oh,
I don't know if they're gonna make me take it. I have to like. It's mandatory that I take a minimum of 3 days
mhm.
off of work. Which for me, the way my vacation works is they only make me use 8 hours of
Yeah.
vacation to have a 10-hour day off paid, which is nice. My last job, my last position wasn't like
Mhm.
that, but I'm going to try and get short-term disability. I know that sounds like a sleazebag thing
Mhm.
to do, but I only get so much vacation, so I want to save it. Like I would like to go to the beach
I mean, yeah, no, I for sure.
or
Any
something,
normal person would think
like
like that, man. Don't feel bad for being sleazy. Like, look at all these corporate like execs, bro. Like, they just do whatever the fuck they want. Like, don't feel bad for trying to cheat the system. You know what I mean?
yeah. And the way our company works is our short-term disability. You get paid your full hourly rate for the first 40 hours, and I only need 30. So if I'm only taking 3 days off, I'll get paid my full rate for those 3 days. But if I take like say 50 hours, the first 40 will be paid the full rate, and the last 10 would be 66.6%. So they pay you 2/3 of your rate
I don't want to
past 40
jeopard.
hours.
I don't want to jeopardize like you trying to like do this thing, but we're putting this on podcast. But since we're getting it out there anyways, how would you go about that? Would you like have to talk to your doctor about that? Like how would you get short term disability?
I have like when I went to get my examination for the
Mm-hmm.
surgery, I'm young, so like I'm only 20. So a lot of the times I go to the doctor and I give them my insurance card and it has my employer on it. They don't realize that I'm an employee and not like an offspring of an employee. It's not my parents that work there. It's me. So they never really ask me. It's like, hey, do you need like this kind of paperwork? They're just like, oh yeah, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh yeah, you're good to go. And I'm like, well, hey, like I need paperwork to give to my employer so they know like I'm not fucking like lying out my ass about the shit that I need done. And I asked the surgeon or the surgical company that's going to do my surgery, I was like, hey, like I need something to show my HR department that says I'm going to be, or like I have to be off of work for this amount of time. I'm going to be under prescription painkillers for this amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
And, my job, I operate like very, very large equipment,
Yeah.
like, like very, very heavy equipment. So obviously I can't be on prescription
You
painkillers and
probably
operate
shouldn't be
heavy
on
equipment.
prescription painkillers and do like any
Right.
job.
And they're known to like turn their heads to that kind of shit. Like if you're on, I don't fucking know. Like if you're on medication, they're like, oh yeah, technically you shouldn't, but like
Do it anyways.
nobody. Yeah, it's like we're not really gonna say anything if you are because like it's your life, bro. You live it how you want. Like if you die, you die, right?
Yeah.
So Yeah,
I'm
it's
I'm just thinking back to when Ryan was talking about how like his things were like, oh, short term disability, you get paid in full for that. It wouldn't even be a big problem. And now here we are saying like, yeah, I got to go fight with my employer to actually like get the days off.
yeah. And I don't know if like if there's I don't know if I qualify for their short-term disability because I haven't talked to them because when I'm at work I'm so fucking busy.
You probably even
Like I'm
shouldn't
so busy.
talk to them because even if you're thinking about it,
Well, I can't just not show up to work
I know, I
because
know,
I get fired
I
because
know.
they're very strict about that. Like my employer is very, very strict on your time off and days off.
Well, maybe you should talk to your doctor first more about it than your employer because in those situations, you don't want to talk to your employer and then have them like gaslight you and think something different when you can totally do something else. Because if you're asleep, if
What I need is a copy of the handbook and just study that fucking thing like I'm a Harvard lawyer,
dude,
dude.
that's what you should do. Go ask like your HR, whoever the fuck, see if you can get a copy and then just read that shit and do your work, man. You're right. Do that shit. And then go to your doctor and be like, look, I need you to write this down, this down, this down, and I need that paperwork like this. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, I'm gonna do that now that you said that. I'm gonna go find my fucking handbook. I know they gave me one when I got hired there, which was like over 2 years ago. So
it's long gone.
who fucking knows where I put it? Yeah, yeah, exactly. But all of our stuff's like in a computer system,
Mm.
and the shit's all encrypted, so I have to go on their computer to look at
Dude,
it,
my shit's the same
which
way.
sucks. So I gotta be at
I
work.
can't see how many like days off I can use for my sick days or whatever the fuck without logging onto their computer, which is so frustrating because like let's say I forgot I used one at the beginning of like December and then like it's almost December again. You know what I mean? Like that could fuck me over if I did it and you know what I mean? Like I don't know how to explain it.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
get
yeah.
it. But yeah, it could fuck me over if I forgot I used a sick day like nearly almost a year ago because sometimes you don't even remember those things. You know what I mean? But
Of course.
yeah.
Like I've never used this much vacation this early into the year, but like when I was sick, I had a severe infection in both of my eyes,
Oh.
and then I had like a septic infection in my face below my nose,
Mm.
and I only get doctor days a year. The first time I went to the doctor was for my eyes. They prescribed me like antibiotics, and they weren't working. Like they
What
made
what
everything
was the
worse.
problem with your eyes? Was like you say you got an infection
They
from
didn't really
something?
tell me. It was just like essentially pink eye, but like a severe, like extremely severe case.
Bro, eating out that ass. That's what he was doing. But come on.
I actually don't know how I got it.
No, I believe you, man. I'm not
Like,
just
I
goofing
really
around.
have no idea.
Yeah.
But it was miserable, and my eyes haven't been right since.
Oh, it was,
Like I'm still dealing with it. Like it's been like 3 months now,
do you
and my coworkers keep telling me like you need to go see an eye doctor. I told them like I'm not in any pain. I'm just in discomfort.
well, I mean, that could
Like
cause
after I get this surgery done, then I'll worry about it. You know what I mean?
yeah. I mean, that could cause really
Like
bad
I could still
eye problems.
my vision is still perfect. Like I have phenomenal
Mm.
vision, and I'm blessed. I'm blessed to have phenomenal vision. Like I've 2020, I have my whole life,
Mm-hmm. Oh, dude, me too.
and my vision's not affected. I'm not in any pain. It's just comforting when I'm tired,
Well,
and that's it. So I'll take care of that after my
well,
surgery.
like I said, it's always good to get yourself checked because that discomfort could lead into non 2020 vision. You know what I mean? It's
Well, if it comes to that, I can blame it on my work because it probably is their
fuck
fault.
yeah, dude. Sue that shit. Just don't be a whistleblower. You'll end up dying like the dude at fucking what do you call it? You know what I mean?
My
At
fucking god, I
Boeing.
know exactly what
Yeah.
you mean, but I'm not gonna get involved in it. I'm not gonna talk about it, but I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Oh wait, yeah, I know you work for Boeing. I think something like that. I wouldn't put it past you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I work with the aerospace industry and space industry.
Dude,
So
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for your suicide.
no, you're
But yeah, man, that's fucking awful. I hate workplace. You know, let's get on a different a different topic, man. I fucking hate talking about jobs. Not I'm sure you do too. But I was thinking
Let's talk about white people
white
stuff.
people
Computers.
computers. I know a decent amount about computers. Uh, I know how to code. I know how to like make video games. But if you were to tell me how to like check my computer for viruses, I'd have to go on YouTube.
Dude, you'd have to walk me through on how to download ad blocker, dude.
Dude, ad blockers are like so easy, but it's so hard trying to find like the right ad blockers. So if you download like the top one on like Google Chrome like extension,
Like ad blocker plus free
yeah, and
edition.
it'll have like 100K downloads, and they'll keep spamming you like, "Do you want a better version of this ad blocker? Pay us
Dude,
$5."
nothing pisses me off more than fucking McAfee.
Dude, you're so right. I have a McAfee thing that had to close before I even started the podcast. I I deleted like the pop-up thing to where you hit, like when you like see the pop-up, it says confirm this to
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, yeah. Or you like hit the little X and shit.
No, not even the X. Like if you hit the X, it still pulls it up. But if you hit confirm, same thing. So whenever I click the button, it like bring up the ad like McAfee pop up. I deleted the pop up, so whenever I just see the confirm or like X thing, it actually doesn't bring up the pop up. But I can't get rid of the pop up
Nice.
itself on my computer.
You cannot get rid of McAfee itself on your computer. It's like impossible.
Yeah, dude. I have to watch that video by McAfee, how to uninstall McAfee. You know what video I'm talking about? Do you know
No.
John McAfee?
Fortunately, my most recent PC that I bought, I'm a fucking like I'm not a nerd. I don't build my own PCs. Like I'm not smart enough to do that, nor do I have the time. So I bought my pre-built actually.
Let
So
me give you a quick run.
hate on me all you want, but it didn't come with McAfee, so I'm in the
Let me give you a
clear.
quick rundown of John McAfee, the creator of McAfee. Basically, he sold the company of McAfee because he got bought out as like an executive and it went to shit. And he started hating on McAfee because they were scrubbing out his name. But it's still called McAfee, but they're trying to remove every ounce of
Right.
him being John McAfee. But he was like a super rich billionaire. But basically he got caught doing some shady shit. He shot his neighbor. Yeah, he killed his neighbor.
What the
because
fuck?
he thought his neighbor killed his dog. It's that big old thing. Which I mean, like, if I thought you killed my dog, Daniel, I would definitely shoot you too.
Oh yeah. That's
Yeah.
reasonable.
And
Certainly.
basically, he was wanted by the like government of like some South African country. But long story short, there's a video of him with like a couple of hookers doing blow and shit on YouTube, with him like half naked saying, "Here's how you uninstall McAfee." That's the funniest shit ever, dude. I love John McAfee. If you ever get the chance, I recommend you watch a Count Dankula video on YouTube of John McAfee. It's fucking hilarious.
So I was in your neck of the woods the other day,
you
right?
were? Yeah, you were in Youngstown or Boardman, right? No.
Both. I was in
Okay.
both. Dude, Ohio's a shithole.
Dude,
Like, I think the place that I live in is a shithole. I spent like 2 hours in eastern Ohio. I was like, fuck this, I want to go
where
home.
Warren is? I hate
Yes,
Warren. I went to their
I do.
MacBids to get a controller, and the controller I got was still broken, and I didn't buy the like return thing on it in case it was broken. I'm really mad about it.
I don't think you necessarily have to. To be honest,
you have to, or you can't return it. Like it's really fucking stupid. Like I don't know.
Because I've never bought anything off there, but I went with my buddy to go pick up stuff, and he bought what he thought was a gun tripod off a MacBid, and it's like we went and pulled it off the shelf and everything, and they scan it. They're like, "Oh yeah, you're good to go." And we get out into the parking lot. I'm like, "There's no way. Like, I have the same one. There's no way it fits in this fucking box." Like, just unless it's like completely disassembled, there's no way it fits in this box, and it does not come completely disassembled.
Yeah.
So we're cutting open the box. We're looking at it in the parking lot. It's like a 8x8 canopy that people use like football games and shit. Like just this metal, like, I don't know how to explain it, like telescoping canopies that like fold up. They got 4 legs and like a little like nylon roof.
Dude,
And this is not a tripod. So we went back and we're like, hey, this is like not anything close to what we fucking thought we were buying. And they were like, all right, we'll return it. Your refund will be back in a week or so. And I was like, oh, well, that was easy.
That's so fucking stupid.
You couldn't do that with your controller? You couldn't just walk back in and be like, "This isn't what I
Well, I
bought."
was a
Like,
big dumbass, and here's what happened. So I got the case, and it was still taped up and all that stuff. And I was like, oh, it'll probably work because I've been on MacBids forever, and like I have never had any bad experiences with the stuff I bought. So I get it from Warren, and also Warren's a shithole, man. I hate Warren so fucking much. Um, and basically I go back and I'm in my car and we make a pit stop at like a gas station and I'm like I'm gonna see if this thing's works and I can't I can't click down the stick and I spent $80 on this controller because it's an Elite Series 2 controller. So yeah,
oh,
and basically I looked up a YouTube video. I started tinkering with it for like 2 days, and apparently I have to disassemble the thing. So I end up disassembling it. I take off everything, and I get to like the point where I need a soldering iron to like heat up the thing to take off the wires.
oh,
And I'm like, I don't have that. So I go over to my mom's boyfriend, Matt. I'm like, hey Matt, you're a welder. Shout out
shout out
Matt,
to
man,
Matt.
great guy, amazing man. I'm like, hey Matt, I know you like weld and shit. Do you have a soldering iron on you? He's like, I sold it.
You keep one of those in your
He's
back
like, I
pocket,
did
bro.
actually, and I gave it to my son. So, and he sold he sold
uh,
the second one he had. So I couldn't do anything about it. So
rip.
what I ended up doing anyways was I took,
Soldering's very
yeah,
intricate,
dude, it's
so
fucking really intricate.
I don't know if you're a fucking eye surgeon, but you pretty much have to be an eye surgeon to
I
solder.
don't know, man. Either way, I mean, you just gotta heat it up enough to where like the wires don't get fucked. But I don't know. It looked like the guy eyeballed it on the YouTube video, and he did fine.
He's like, yeah, right by here, just heat that shit up till it melts, and then let it go.
I guess. But
That's pretty much what soldering is. You heat up the shit until it melts and drip it in the right spot.
yeah, dude, it's fucking. I'm gonna stop bitching because I have no idea. I have no idea what you're. That's more of your field, dude. But I
Yeah, I guess.
yeah. Um
I don't know. I don't consider myself very handy, but my girlfriend tells me, she's like, "You're very handy." I'm like, just because I could change a tire and
does
fucking
she also say you have big
change.
hands?
You know, she doesn't say that, but it's funny you do say that because I do actually have big hands. Like, my father's a fucking big dude. Like
Mm,
uh, he's 6 foot,
mm,
and like from when he went into the military when he was 17.
yeah.
He was 6 foot and like 210 pounds, like absolutely fucking yoked, looked like Dwayne Johnson. Like,
Mm,
if you saw a picture of Dwayne Johnson in high school
yeah.
or like when he was younger, there's like a famous picture of Dwayne Johnson with a fanny pack
Oh yeah,
on,
isn't
and
that
he's like
the
wearing like denim jeans.
isn't that the one where he like looks like a really buffed up nerd professor from like the
He's got like a Mr. T haircut,
yeah, I know what you're
kinda.
talking about. I think that's from Gremlins.
My dad looked exactly like that,
That's actually sick.
like just fucking huge. And I'm only 5'8",
Mhm.
as I said before, but I have like big legs, like naturally I have like good leg
Yeah.
genetics. So I have huge fucking legs, but no upper body strength and big hands.
Mhm.
I could palm a fucking
I think
basketball.
I can.
I don't know if that makes you.
Yeah, no, you can. I can palm one too, bro. We're in the same boat. I got big ass hands too, bro. You gotta remember, I'm like 6'1", 6'2". I have no idea. I think I hit a growth spurt when I was like 20 for some fucking reason. I don't know. My girlfriend told me
Take,
that.
taking fucking like HGH or some shit. Trend?
well,
Like
well,
what?
well, I was like a naturally super skinny guy. I used to be super athletic as a kid, and then I got
You still are skinny, aren't you? I think you are compared to me. I'm not chunky. I'm just full.
I'm like one of those guys where if I don't like work out like at least 2 days a week, I feel like shit. So I don't know. But like for a good portion of my life, I was a really big fitness guy. I did boxing, football, basketball. You fucking name it, I kind of did it. Um, and once I hit like middle school, uh, eventually like I dropped all my sports because I got like super depressed as a kid. And then I went like anorexic mode and I lost all my muscle and lost all my weight. and then I guess I just stunted my growth, and then I like turned 18, and then I became a Chad, and I started finding out how good Jimmy John's
I
was, and I just kept eating Jimmy John's and Chipotle. I had a massive growth
I
spurt.
have a very similar story to
Okay.
tell. You know the American healthcare system, right?
All right. Did they give you
You
Adderall
went to see a
too?
doctor, like, yes, dude. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Go on. I'm so down to listen to this.
Oh, dude, you get it. You just get
I
it. Like, how the fuck
I
did you
took
know?
Ritalin.
Like, did they give you Adderall too? Like
Yeah.
exactly, dude. I took. They started prescribing me Adderall, and they were like fucking with the
Mm.
dosage, right? Mid growth spurt. You know, you take Adderall, you don't eat. You have no appetite.
Yeah, dude.
So I'm like mid growth spurt, and I didn't fucking eat. So like, I feel like that's why I'm so
Oh,
short.
dude. That's so sad.
Like I feel like I should be like a 5'10", but like I know I was having a growth spurt because I was like having all the pains
And
and
your
shit.
legs. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, and I didn't fucking eat anything, so I feel like I stunted my growth because of Adderall, and that's why I tell people to like, just don't fucking do it. Like if your kid is like 15, 16, and he's being a pain in the ass at school, fucking beat him. Don't give him
I don't know
Adderall.
why people are so against beating your kids. Like, obviously, don't punch them in the face or
I,
anything like that. Like,
I was telling my girlfriend the other
mm.
day, like, she has had a bad experience in the past with her father, like,
I mean,
hitting her,
I have too, man, for sure. I
hitting
can
her,
relate
right?
to that. Yeah.
And it's like, my dad hit me as a
Hmm.
kid, but I fucking deserved it.
Like, was it full on like
You know what I mean? Like I'm
fist?
glad
Like, or was
he beat me
was it like
straight.
full
Like
on like abusive, or was it all like he spanked me?
no, 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 no. Like rough. Like if I was being a pain in the dick, like he made sure I felt like a pain in the
Okay.
dick,
Yeah, I
right?
feel you.
And I'm so fucking grateful for that because like I see kids nowadays. I'm not gonna name who because I know my girlfriend listens to
Oh,
this, but I see kids nowadays that just they don't get punished.
dude,
Like kids that don't get punished, they grow up and nobody fucking
dude,
likes them
I
because they're just cocky fucking
it takes one
pieces of
day to
shit.
like where that one kid like beats his ass and then he'll be set straight, and that should never happen. You should be set straight when you go into school, man. Dude, it's
Like my dad told me I was a pain in the dick to raise, but like after I turned 18, like I just kind of
it's weird because when you're 17,
I'm
16, dude, I
easy.
remember telling my mom like this verbatim, and this may sound super stupid. I was like, Mom, look, I'm 16, 17. Right now, I naturally just don't like you right now. That's what I told her. I was all like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I know you care about me. I know you're a great mom.
Fuck you, mom, but it's not personal.
Yeah, basically. And she's like, you know what? I understand. I respect it. I was the same way. I was like, you just got to give me space. So when I moved out to like my apartment, I was like, wow,
I
amazing.
see. I was gonna ask you earlier. You said you're at home. I thought you and your girlfriend had an
No,
apartment
we
at one
did for
time.
sure. We lived in Canton for a while, and I don't know. I had bad experiences with like my roommate, and then I was all like, "Well, I want to pursue college. I need to save money. I don't know what to do. Going into like another apartment's only gonna stunt me like financially." And my mom was pretty cool about like her living here, and they got a
Right.
house, so it works out. So we have our own little room up here. But yeah, dude,
That's
apartments
good.
fucking suck. I remember I think I was paying like 800, 850 for my apartment, and that's pretty cheap, but like,
Yeah, I was gonna say that's pretty reasonable, especially if you're not paying
no, dude, I was
utilities.
paying utilities too. I was paying like, yeah, you gotta pay,
What?
I think it's like a flat fee for water, electric. What else did I have to pay? Water and electric, I think was it.
So how are you paying that? Were you writing checks? Were you giving your landlord
It was
cash,
all
or was it
online.
like just
Automatic
automatic?
payments. But
Oh, okay.
the issue was it was like 250, 275 for each of us, and I was still struggling because I have my own phone bills, car bills, insurance, all that shit.
Oh,
So it
right,
drains your
right,
pocket
right.
when you're making like minimum wage. And I'm like, I don't want to live like this because every single day I was either getting McDonald's.
And then you still got to
Mhm.
put food on the table and toilet
Yeah,
paper
dude, fuck
and
yeah. And
fucking
I found it cheaper Dude, I found it
It
cheaper
adds up.
sometimes to like download food apps and just like use them instead of like going grocery shopping. Cause I'm like, well, I'm gonna go to like Costco and I'm gonna like buy some
2 pounds of bologna.
of 2 pounds of
Uh,
rice, man. That's what it was. Like I'd go get
yeah,
rice
dude, rice is a fucking
and I'd
strat.
survive
Rice, ramen, and oatmeal.
I'd survive off like really cheap food from McDonald's, ramen and just rice and chicken, man. And it was awful and I hated the experience. And that's how I got like almost like $500 in like credit card debt. And I'm still like struggling like to pay off my credit card cuz like once you get into the habit of using your credit card, it's hard to stop. Um
I don't have one.
I'd say like the credit card is basically a
I
little devil
should,
in
but
your
I
pocket,
don't.
man. Because let me fucking tell you, it is so tempting to be like,
I can only imagine.
it's like, man, I can buy this right now and just pay it off later. But then you keep on saying that about everything, and it sucks so much because like that fucking $1,000 paycheck just turned into 800 because you put 200 of it in your credit card, which sucks.
Right.
But
Yeah, I know what you mean. That's how I feel making my fucking car payment, dude.
dude, it's so
It's
rough,
like every 2 weeks. Like, not only, like, you'd think that I'd make, like, pretty good money, but
bro.
I work a lot of overtime, and Uncle Sam likes to shove his fucking 2-inch cock so far up my fucking throat. You have no fucking idea.
Dude, that's why the second episode of the podcast took forever. I felt really bad because Ryan said he wasn't going to chip in, which is like, I didn't really tell him he had to. It's kind of like a last minute thing. I didn't think about like editing being super expensive. And like you giving
Yeah.
me $25 is like, oh, all right. Now I just got to farm up $30 more.
Oh, shit, it was that much?
No, you covered the second podcast episode. It just took a while because like the dude was backed up too. But like the 2 hour podcast episode was like $58.
Wow.
So I ended
All
up,
you have to do is tell me, like, I'll chip in more.
but dude,
I don't know the pricing because I'm not the one in contact with this dude.
no, it's fine. I just felt bad because like you're paying for most of it, and it's my podcast too, bro. I don't like being a cheap bitch. I feel bad.
That's all right. I don't really mind. This is something I've always wanted to do, and I appreciate the opportunity.
Aw, I appreciate it, man. Even though, dude, I keep seeing comments and like the haters, man. The haters are real. But
Where?
dude, I don't know. Like I'll read a comment or two about like if you keep posting your podcast, like I'm going to unfollow. Which I mean, like unfollow me by the way. But but like I'll see that shit. And I'm like, man, I'm not posting midget porn like fucking like other people on Instagram. I'm not posting all this stuff. I'm just
Or CP or advertisements.
yeah, dude. It's just like I'm just running a little side hustle with my boy.
Yeah, it's like you're posting an advertisement for your own product, not somebody else's.
Yeah.
Like, you're not advertising Raycon earbuds or Raid Shadow Legends or fucking War Thunder, dude.
Dude, don't get me wrong.
It's your own thing that it isn't producing an income. It's just costing money.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, like, bro, I would definitely take a sponsorship from War Thunder because I love War Thunder, but
World of Tanks.
like, bro, let me tell you about World of Tanks. My buddy's addicted to that game, and that's all pay to win, man. It's so tough.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. I had a fucking like, man, I had like $120 like 2-in-1 tablet that ran like Windows RT or Windows 10.
Yeah.
Like barely. There's like 2 gigabytes of RAM and 64 gigabytes of storage with like no graphics whatsoever. Like $120.
Yeah.
Made by a company called RCA. Chinese hunk of shit with a keyboard, right?
Yep.
That fucker ran World of Tanks. And I tell you, I had an HDMI cord plugged into that fucking thing to a 24-inch monitor. And I played the fuck out of World of Tanks on a $120 2-in-1 tablet.
Dude, that's so sick, man. I fucking love that. That's actually like so like dedicated.
That was when I was young and I didn't really make money all that much, so it was like on a good Christmas I got $150.
Dude,
So I was like,
you know where that
fuck yeah,
$150
this
would go when I got it? Straight to Xbox Live.
fucking Pokemon cards, you nerd. Yu-Gi-Oh.
Dude, my brother is okay, I love my family. I really do.
Oh, of
But
course.
let me say this. My brother goes into like card shops and stuff like that, like Magic the Gathering card shops for Yu-Gi-Oh cards and shit like that. They
Mm.
all look exactly like the stereotypes, man. Like my brother is like a tall, lanky, super skinny dude, and then everyone in there just smells, and they're all balding, and like they haven't seen a woman in years. And the moment, like, dude, perfect example. I stopped to like go eat out with my brother and his girlfriend with my girlfriend, and we stopped at a card shop because my brother wanted to make a pit stop. I was like, okay, and we all really had to use the bathroom, and my girlfriend's all like, I got to use the bathroom too, and she has to scoot by all these sweaty men, and I just can't help but feel like they're staring her down whenever she's walking back and forth. Like it's so fucking weird, man. Oh fuck, I hate those places so much.
You're telling me, man. Like I don't know what your girlfriend looks like, but mine
My
is,
girlfriend's super hot, by the way. I love her to death. Very hot woman.
that's what I'm saying. Like my girlfriend's super like gorgeous, like to me just drop dead gorgeous.
Mhm.
And it's like I go out in public and I'm this ugly fucking thumb of a human being.
Hey man.
And I'm just like, I know there's guys just looking at her wondering like this dude must be rich or some shit.
Hey, bro, you
But, like
basically are.
I'm not even close. No, I'm not even close, dude.
Fair enough.
But like it's like, dude, I just cannot stand
Daniel,
when I go into
do
certain
you
places.
have your own place?
I do not.
Okay, good man. Don't do it yet.
So I am, yes, I agree with you.
Mm.
I do own property, but it's empty.
Oh,
There's nothing on it. So, which is a bad idea. Don't fucking do that because you have to pay property and school taxes and this, that, and the third, and everything else.
do you want to make like a YouTube house with me?
Oh God! It better not be in fucking Ohio.
Come on, man. Where's the property at? Tell me. Let's do it.
Dude. If
Make a log cabin.
but where was I going with this? Oh, my girlfriend.
Mhm.
We're getting like pretty serious. She wants to move in. And I'm like, well, she wants to get her own place. I'm like, hey, we could try it out. Like, here's my budget. What's yours? Like, what can we chip in?
So, what does your
And
girlfriend
I live in a very
do? Not trying to pry or anything. Does she work retail?
oh she goes to school, so she works part time at a dress place. It sells dresses,
Okay.
like prom and wedding dresses, and she makes commission too.
Mhm.
So, which can either be a really, really good thing or a really bad thing. Like this time of year is a good
Mhm.
thing because prom, homecoming, like high school
It's also
shit,
getting into summer and spring where there's a ton of weddings.
and a ton of weddings. But like other times of the year, it's kind of like dead.
Mhm.
So it's like, oh, so we're like looking around for apartments, and where I live, it's either Section 8 or like really expensive rental properties.
Yeah, that's how it goes, man.
Because like where I live, it's like you're either really, really poor or you're really, really rich.
Mhm.
There is no in between here, so it's really fucking hard to find a place, like even an apartment.
I mean,
Like if we find a decent apartment, it's like, oh, that's a really nice place, like it's affordable. It's like it's in a really bad part of town, like it's in a bad
Daniel,
neighborhood.
I cannot stress this
Well,
enough, and I may come off as a loser or a leech, but like staying with your
no, but
parents.
stay home as far as you can. Yeah,
Like
yeah. Everybody tells you that.
everyone does, but a lot of people like kind of put a negative connotation to it as well. You know what I mean? But
Like, oh yeah, you live in your mom's basement. Like, yeah, well, I'm saving myself $1,000 a month, so
yeah,
fuck
literally.
you.
I mean, like, I don't know if like you can like. I would never tell you how to make your
Like, I
relationship.
pick up on the bills here. Like I pay some of the bills here. Like, I pay the fucking internet bill, which is ungodly.
It's probably like $300, right? That's how mine is.
No, it's not that bad yet, but it's gonna increase in September. I know that. It's gonna double.
Well, like I said, man, like how long have you guys been in a relationship for? I've been with my girl for about 3 years now.
That's a hard question. That's a hard question to answer.
Were you guys a
'cause,
thing on
like,
and
how-
off? Was it something like that?
No, it's not like we hung out for a little bit before we
Oh,
started
so you're
dating.
friends.
Like, yeah, like, do you ever heard of the invisible string theory?
Oh, don't. You tried telling me this last podcast. Did you like know her as a
Did I?
kid?
No, like our mothers were best
Oh
friends in
yeah,
high
that's what it
school,
was. Yeah.
and she lives like 8 minutes from
Mm-hmm.
me, and we've never ever met.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, isn't that weird? Like, I'm 20 years old, she's 18. Like, we've never ever met, but our parents were best
But
friends
you
in high
also
school,
told me like your
and even
mom
after high
was
school.
like it was your mom's best friend, right? It's only
Yeah.
natural for them to split apart after something like that, man. I wouldn't even, you know what I mean?
Oh, of course. Yeah. Because you don't want to surround yourself with that. Like, I didn't. Like, I didn't want to surround myself with
Mm.
that either. But and it's like, I kind of think it's real, dude. I don't know if it's just like a coincidence, but man, I've never had a
Well,
relationship so
in
serious, and it's crazy because she's 2 years younger than
yeah.
me.
Well, invisible like string theory aside, how long have you guys officially been dating?
4
4
months.
months. I dare say I would never tell another man what to do, but my personal advice is make sure it lasts a year before you move in with somebody. Sounds really bad.
Right, because like I said, she's going to
Mhm.
school, and it's like I want her to feel that out
Yeah, no,
first
it's definitely true.
because she hasn't fully experienced what it's like, and that's like the ultimate test of a
Mhm.
relationship too. Like, I don't go to school, I don't live with her, I don't like, I don't know who she's in school with. Like, it's the
Yeah,
ultimate test. Like, I know she's busy. Your first year of college is going to be your
yeah. I
busiest.
mean, well, no, not true. I'll give you some like rundown from my side when I was in college, if that's cool. So my first semester, yeah,
Go
okay,
for it.
cool. My first semester of college was pretty easy because you take your basic courses like English, math, science, whatever the fuck, history. It was super easy. It's like high school shit, but for college students, the first 2 semesters, I'd say.
Yeah, like your
Yeah,
academics and
depending on
shit.
what she takes. If she has like a specific major she's gonna go into and see if like she can get like right into it. I don't know if she's like that, but I did my general classes first, and I think that was a really smart decision. Um, what's that?
Question for you: did you take any college courses while you were in high school?
No, because I was a dumbass.
Like,
I no,
Did
I
you
was
acquire?
just like so focused on just passing my basic classes. I didn't even think about that.
Just so focused on getting handed that diploma and
Yeah,
fucking
for
off.
real. I didn't even think I wanted to go to college for a while, and then like I did like retail for like 6 months, and I'm like, my God, I can't do this.
Dude, I trust me, I felt the same fucking way. When I started going to work fucking 4 or 5 days a week for 12-hour days, it's just, and I'm working with miserable old
Mm.
men of that are retirement age. I'm like, I do not want to be like this in 40 fucking years. Like, I was like, maybe I should go to school and become like a miserable office worker, like have a
At
desk
least you're not
job.
breaking your back and inhaling fumes, man. That's what I say.
Right.
But well,
I
here
mean,
let me finish this. Let me finish. I think it's important. But when I was in
yeah.
college, obviously, you know, there's a few there was like a few hotties, a few cool guys, and definitely a lot of like I don't know hookup culture. I was in community college, but maybe it's because people were down bad.
That's hookup culture in community
Yeah.
college. There's no
Oh, there's a
campus, is there?
campus.
Or no like on campus
Dorms.
like
It
housing
depends. It depends for sure.
dorms, yeah.
But
What do you mean it
like
depends?
no,
Like, did
mine
yours
didn't, but
have
like some
dorms?
would. Like I know some community colleges that do have dorms,
Okay.
but
Like, none of the ones around
like a
here
lot
do.
of places near me is like okay, the community college is right next to the main college, so it's like whatever is the cheapest option. Like you know what I mean? But
Right,
when I say
right.
hookup culture, it's just like oh, like you know, I heard this come out of somebody's mouth for real. He's 40, but he's kind of hot. You know, shit like that. Like yeah, shit like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
It's just really weird when you're community college. It's just very weird. But yeah, there's that for sure. But you know, I mean, I don't know. I never felt tempted to break off like from my relationship or like to experiment with other people when I went to college or anything like that. Like
So do you agree that it's a
it is
good test?
definitely a test because let's say your girlfriend, is she gonna go straight to university? Is that what she's gonna do? She's gonna go straight to
Yes.
university. How far is the university?
40
Oh,
minutes,
dude,
maybe about
you're
25 minutes
fine.
from
No,
my
no,
work.
like when it comes to like that type stuff, typically the test comes from distance, uh, time, shit like that.
What's really really nice, she's willing to commute.
Yeah,
So I don't think she wants to stay in a dorm at all.
I mean, there's always that possibility in the future where she likes college that much, she might get a dorm. I mean,
Right. But I'm thinking by that time I
that's
might have
true.
my own place.
Fair enough. Yeah,
So
no, that's true.
and I'll try and get something closer to my work, like in between her university and my
And
college or
try,
my work. Like I'll try and get
like I
something
said,
in
and
between.
let her get that first semester of college, see how she likes it, then do it. Because the last thing you want to do is have your own apartment in between her and your work. You know what I mean?
And her to just be like,
Yeah.
"Nah, maybe not."
Because that could be really weird. But
But
definitely, I don't
yeah.
think it'll be a challenge for her, man. Unless, like, Daniel, I think you have a great taste in women. I hope you would. You seem like a reasonable man. Unless she's a hoe, man, you don't gotta worry at all, man. You're gonna be fine. Like I'm sure.
Here's the way I look at it. Like nobody has a good
No.
past. Like let's be for real here. Like none of us have a good past. Like your past is your past, my past is my past, but the
Mm.
future is ours. Right? So it's like I try not to hold anything against people, but if I see reoccurring things like from your past, like if it continues to happen, which my girlfriend does not have any of
Yeah,
this, just to clarify that. It's like I know her past, it's not bad. I know my past, it's
mm.
probably bad. Like let's be for real here, but I've changed completely as a person, and I believe that other people can change
Dude, I
completely as a
absolutely
person too.
agree. I went from like
So
really distant as a person to like decently clingy since I met my girlfriend. Um, dude, another thing
yeah,
you got to worry about is like time, because if you're going to be working a 40-hour a week job and eventually she's going to get deeper into school, time could be a really big issue and giving attention. I know that was probably the biggest thing
agreed.
with my buddy, one of my closest friends. He had to break off a relationship because the time wasn't there. Like he would work nights, she would work mornings, she would have school, she had all these things, and they just
Right,
never
right,
had
right.
enough time for each other.
Right now we're making it work. She's going to
Mm.
school Monday through Friday, and she works. Um, I think she works. She
Well,
works
either way,
Tuesday, Thursday,
Daniel,
Friday,
I think.
Saturday, and Sunday. She works Saturday and Sunday almost all day, and those are the only days I have off. But we still make it work. Like we hung out today and yesterday, which today's
Well,
Sunday.
college
Yesterday
is
was
different
Saturday.
beast from like the school she goes to now. You know what I mean? Like once that happens,
Mm-hmm.
you still gotta accommodate her. You know what I mean? Because like I said, the only thing I think that would
Of
probably be
course.
an issue in a relationship is making time for each other. That seems to be like the hardest thing for a couple, at least a two working couple, both working, doing their thing. But like I said, man, I have faith in you. You seem like a level-headed dude, at least over me, man. I get really irrational whenever I get like anxiety about that shit, bro. Like I freak out.
Trust me, I've had my anxiety, and
Mm,
she sees it, and she's
mm.
always quick to calm me down. But I don't think she's seen what I've seen to what like university can
Oh
do to
yeah, for
couples.
sure. Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm old. I've seen my friends and friends of friends and people I've graduated with or graduated just before me or after me. I've seen what it's done to them. Like people you'd think that are inseparable. Like they've been together 5 or 6 years, and like all of a sudden, poof, one of them goes to college and one of them goes to college somewhere
Oh,
else,
that's
and
because they went
boom,
to college
done.
is somewhere else, man. But
Right. But
oh, dude.
it's like I hear so many stories about the college that she's going to, and it's like, oh my
Well, look,
fucking
man.
god. Like if I'm like, am I gonna have to fucking kill
Well, look,
somebody?
dude. Like,
Like,
if anything goes wrong, I'm here for you. I mean, like, you know what I mean.
oh,
No
yeah, I
problem,
appreciate
man.
that.
It's just
And
so
so's the
yeah, dude.
alcohol.
I find myself becoming more of an alcoholic whenever I get like stressed, and it's really freaking me out, dude. I will say this: Yeah,
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 that's healthy. You're good. No, you're good. That's a normal human reaction. Honestly,
no,
yeah, you're
I
good.
will say with my anxiety, I hate saying, "Oh, anxiety is really bad."
It's called
Yeah,
a coping
my
mechanism.
I hate talking about anxiety because I feel like a lot of pussies just go on about how anxiety affects them. I feel like everyone has like anxiety.
I think mental health is extremely blown out of proportion from what it actually is. Like
Yeah,
I have anxiety, but I'm not like it's a normal thing. Like it's not
I
abnormal to have anxiety and
I think
have
it's
large
important to
amounts of
talk
it. Like
about.
it's always been a thing, but I don't make it a
Yeah,
fucking crutch or something I
It's-
need like or you know what I mean. I don't make it like oh like my anxiety is really bad today. I have to fucking pet my cat for 10 minutes a day or I'm going to go crazy or I can't go to work today because my anxiety's too high. It's like no, like you
dude.
just have to
I mean,
fucking
I
face
don't
it.
like going into like disability and stuff, but I was diagnosed with like a specific disability, and I've never used it as a crush a day in my life. And I see people that do it all the fucking time, and it's frustrating, man. It really is frustrating.
And
Yeah,
it
it
pisses
does
you off,
because
doesn't it?
I mean, like I'm trying not to go into my past too much because I think it's a little edgy. But like, I tried my best not to be that person. I try to be my best to be like, I should be normal. I shouldn't let this limit me as a person. I'm just like you. Using this as an excuse is not an option for me. I think only fucking pussies do that. You should work to better yourself. You know what I mean?
I could not say that better myself. There's
Mhm.
no better way
And
to put that.
I think anxiety is normal, and especially for like what I'm diagnosed with, like definitely I get high form anxiety. Like for example, I had a project due, and like I was starting to put it off a little bit, and I smacked the fuck in myself like, look, you know what, I don't care if I have like ADHD or whatever the fuck I have, I need to start working on this now. And I wouldn't have done that years ago, but when you force yourself to get better, that's when you start to make improvements. The people that use that as a crutch are fucking,
Of course,
yeah,
as you mature into an adult, you start to make
yeah.
better decisions
But
with your
like
time.
obviously people are gonna be those type of people, man, and it's frustrating. And like I remember a perfect example of this is I was working on that final project. My girlfriend came in. She wanted to hang out. She wanted to cuddle. I was like, "Look, you have to fucking leave, or I'm going to snap." You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah,
yeah,
you put her in her fucking
like
place.
no, I mean, like in a general way, like a year prior to that, I probably would like try to like manage all of it, but like I knew for a fact I was gonna snap at her if she was gonna keep talking to me. Like just in general, I was like, I need you to leave right now. Like this isn't cool. Sorry, this isn't. It's not. Things are not gonna end up good if you keep talking to me or try to get my attention. I understand. It's I don't know. You gotta know yourself. You gotta like manage it better, and some ways may come off as dickish ways of handling it, but you should be able to handle it, man. I don't want to come off as a dick for telling my girlfriend to go away in that situation, but like if you know you're gonna snap or you're gonna like start being disrespectful and rude.
Yeah, it's rather you'd have them remove themselves than you
Yeah,
hurt
you know
them.
what I mean. But still not a good way to
Yeah.
cope with it, but it's a coping way.
Thankfully, I live I live a pretty stress free life. Like I'm not involved in any drama. I really wasn't in high school
Mhm.
either. It's
Does that ever bother you, like not having anything going on?
no,
Yeah,
no. I
me
love it.
neither, man.
It just it bothers me when I get involved in it though. Like I recently caught my best friend's girlfriend cheating
Mhm.
on him, and it's like I don't really want to be involved in that drama, but I can't not tell
Well,
him.
I mean, since we're on the
You know what I mean?
podcast,
It's like
do I dare say, tell me the story? Is that okay to tell, or is that not cool?
I'd
No,
rather
no,
not get
okay.
into it, but because it's drama that I was in that I don't want to be in
Okay,
anymore.
no, that's reasonable, man.
But
I respect it.
it's it's like
No,
but
I'll tell you about my drama. Mine's more family drama, if that's cool. So
that's cool.
my brother, my older brother, like obviously I talk smack about my older brother a little bit, but like still my older brother, but I like his girlfriend more than I like him. You know what I mean? Like she's cool. Uh But like sometimes, man, like he'll be yapping, and then he'll get his girlfriend to like believe his yaps, and then it blows up on my mom or her boyfriend, and it causes drama, and then they throw us under the bus as like witnesses or people that would attest, and it just caused a ton of issues. And it got to the point to where like I would start like believing like my brother in them, because like like why wouldn't I, you know what I mean? Like they're saying all this bullshit, but
Yeah,
like at the
yeah.
same time I know my mom's never really lied to me. And I started questioning my mom, and then like I was like she was like really hurt that like she'd think I like she'd lie in general to me. And I was like, I didn't mean to like accuse her of that. And it was like a really sad situation all around, and we fixed things, but like then I found out my brother's just kind of the asshole projecting all of it. But yeah, dude, I fucking hated drama so much, man. I hate drama so fucking much, so much, especially when you have your own apartment in
I don't really have
college.
family drama
Mm.
because my family's very separated.
Yeah, you told me.
Like it's really just me and
Mm.
my dad. Like I have extended family that lives like 45 minutes to like 10
Yeah,
hours away. But, I don't we don't really have family functions where we get together and, conflict too much.
dude,
So, I don't know. It's pretty easy. Like my dad and I butt heads at least once or twice a day, but it's always like at the end of the day it's really
is it
nothing.
over the lights? Is it over the lights? You leaving
Lights?
the lights on?
Like leaving lights on and stuff? No, it's usually like using the washing machine when he wants to use it,
Some
or
minor things like that. Okay.
like yeah, minor things like not being able to cut the grass. Like he's practically retired, and I'm working more than
Mm.
full time. It's like, well, can you cut the grass when you come home? Like, no, I'm fucking showering, eating, and going back to bed because I gotta go back to work
Yeah.
in the morning,
Does
right?
he understand that, or does he like
So
think like, oh, he's a
yeah, he
youngling,
does,
fuck that
but
guy?
yeah,
Both.
both. It just depends on his mood, I guess. But I understand it. Like I live
Mm.
in his house. He expects me to do things for him, and sometimes he fails to recognize that, I may be young, but I can still be fucking tired.
Definitely, definitely. I feel like a pussy compared to you, man. Because after an 8 hour shift, I still clock it. I couldn't imagine adding 2 to 4 more hours. That would kill me. Actually, you know,
You get used to it. They all fucking seem to be the
yeah,
same at this
no, they
point.
definitely do. But
I started working tens, and it was like I was on vacation. I was like, this is nice. I get to sleep in an hour and go home an hour earlier. I was like, fuck yeah.
oh man, I hate. I'm not trying to sound like a socialist, but man, I hate capitalism. But fuck, dude. Uh, I
Land of the free and the home of
I really
the
gotta start writing down
capitalism.
topics because I had something going in here, but no, I don't. No, I don't. You know what? I have a topic. Do you feel pressured at your age to get a house? Because my girlfriend is really trying to pressure me into like getting a house with her.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like I said, I have property and it's got
Can
nothing
we?
on it, so I'm really tempted to
You
build
should
instead of
like.
buy.
Wait, is it in a good area or is it in like the Section 8 housing part?
No, like I'm completely detached. Like I live out in the country.
Oh, like where is it in the country? Where is it located at? Like city, country? Where's the land at?
Uh, like 10 minutes from town, but in the middle of the
Oh,
woods, if
okay.
you will. So it's in like a very very Goldilocks spot.
Can you define that word for me?
Uh, Goldilocks, like perfect,
Okay.
like right in the
Oh, I
middle.
thought you said.
Like
I
you have
thought
the
you
best
said
of both
Goylock. I
worlds.
was like, what the fuck?
Like the hospital is like 8 minutes if you're following traffic laws, but live far enough out of town where I don't have to follow like all their ordinances. Like I'm outside of
Do
the
you ever
city
get the
limits.
temptation as a man to like
So
build a log cabin via hand? Like you just cut that shit down, start doing it. Like I would love to do that, man. So much.
Uh, I don't know if you know this, but I'm actually a relatively outdoorsy person, and I consider myself. I don't know. Nobody really wants to consider themselves a professional
No.
survivalist, but those are skills that I have practiced in like shelter
Mhm.
building. I can
Dude,
do,
I'd fucking die out there.
which is cool. Like that's stuff I don't really tell people because it's like you're a fucking nerd, like and weird, like a tree hugging bitch. But I mean, I read books on it, and I don't really
Hey,
even tell
bro. I
people I read
mean,
books.
don't
Like I read
feel
books, I
don't
go out and I
don't
practice my
feel like a
skills, and
nerd just because like you keep yourself informed. You know, some people haven't read a book since middle school.
yeah, it's like a hobby. Like a lot of people just don't
Mhm.
understand it.
Well, hey, man.
'Cause it's like my friends like they want to go out camping, and it's like I'm like, oh yeah, I like to camp, and I'll go out with them, and I'll like just start teaching them a bunch of shit. And I'll be like, I didn't fucking know that you were into this shit. I'm like, yeah, well, I really don't tell
I
anybody.
don't blame you, man. People think you're fucking. I know you already think people think you're like a crazy right leaning whatever the fuck, but like, bro, you know what? Sometimes,
Radicalized, fucking
you know,
yeah.
I mean, I'm an indoorsy person. I used to be super outdoors. I used to build forts as a kid, but like, man, I miss doing that. I miss hiking. I miss biking. I miss fishing. I miss it, man. I bought like a. I don't know if I told you this. I bought like a super expensive bait caster forever ago, and I can't use that thing for my fucking life. It was like $130, and I want to use it, but bait casters are crazy to use. But I love fishing.
The one thing I'm not very informed in is fishing and plant identification. That shit just bores
Dude,
the
no,
fuck
fishing's
out of
so
me.
fun.
Like that section of the book, I skip right over. I'm like, I'm packing my own food.
Fucking,
I'm good. Like I don't need to
I
know
bought
what's
like a ten
edible and
dollar
what's
like
not.
Walmart fucking fishing rod, and me and you gotta go on the boat, man. I fucking love fishing so much. Uh,
I have Walmart
bro,
fishing
me and
rods. I
you
just never use them.
gotta go fishing. And hey, if you ever want to come over here, man, I know a few good spots. I can't offer to pay for you because I'm broke, but I know a few places with a few cheap drinks, a few cheap sandwiches. Like, I got you, bro.
I'm 20. I'm 20.
Yeah. What are you getting at there?
I can't fucking drink.
I'm so sorry.
And if I do, I'm not definitely not
That's
driving.
fine.
That's one thing I'm strict on. Like,
You can get an Uber, man. Don't worry.
I definitely. Well, I still
Oh,
can't
dude, that's
fucking
a great
drink.
topic. Hey, bro, you still have that fake ID with my address on it?
No,
Oh,
that never actually happened. I thought about it. I was heavily considering it, and since you live kind of close to me, I'm thinking, I'm like, who the fuck do I know that lives in Ohio? And I was like,
fuck yeah,
fucking
dude. You should
moist.
totally get it done, man.
And I was like, yo, what's your address? And you, no hezzy, just sent me your full fucking address. I think it was
Yeah,
when
it
you had your
was. That was my
apartment
old
though.
house.
So I was like, oh, this he just doesn't give a fuck. Like I could
Hey,
be trying to
bro, like,
murder him,
honestly,
you know. Like no personal
dude, my
security
old apartment
whatsoever.
was so sketchy. I deleted the email and everything because I thought like it was super sketchy. But at my old address, my apartment, they sent out emails and they asked for a social security number through the email, which is a big no no, by the way. It's a big
That's a
fucking no
big no
no.
no,
And
yeah.
I was talking to my girlfriend about it. I was like, can they do that? I don't feel comfortable putting my social security in my email. Like, you know what I mean? And fucking
Yeah.
I sent it anyways because she coached me into doing it. She said, you're just being a fucking cyber freak. I'm like,
Dude, with her, you said she just went through like a car buying
yeah,
process.
she
She was
got
looking
one.
for
Yep.
STs, right? When you apply for financing online, they always
Mhm.
ask you for your social security number. And like financing applications it just feels wrong because you're always doing it online and they tell you like don't give out your personal
Especially your
information
social fucking
online. It's like,
security,
well,
man. If someone gets a hold of that,
to
it's over. It's
right. And it's like and everybody has their own like credit applications and they're all different. Like it's not like they all go through one company. They're all like their own thing. So like how do I know that your credit application's safe, that my
Number
information's
one,
safe.
it's
Like, you just
not.
don't.
Number two, what if somebody gets your shit in a data leak, which is happening 24 fucking 7, man? I'm so nervous I'll lose my Gmail.
Well, the way I look at it is, if somebody wants my information,
Mm-hmm.
it's easy enough to find.
I hate to say that.
Like,
Dude, I have
you're not safe.
25K
You're
followers,
not safe
man. I'm so
whatsoever.
scared one of them is going to be like, man, I fucking hate this guy. And they're going to find my email address with all my personal information.
Just start sending you
Yeah, dude.
bomb
I fucking
threats.
hate it. I hate it so much. And obviously, I'm a fucking meme page, but I'm trying so hard to become more. I literally posted a video of my
Right.
face, like in my story, like, "Hey guys, subscribe to my YouTube channel." I'm like, man, they're gonna fucking hate this. I took it down.
They're gonna reverse image search my fucking face and
You're gonna find
my
my Facebook, bro.
my fucking driver's license, dude.
It's so
Like,
fucking frustrating, man. It really is.
you know, my birth date, my address, where I live. Like,
I think
fuck.
I got a notice in the mail about somebody trying to use my like loans, like my school loans, and I didn't look into it because they said they handled it, the bank handled it, but like that freaks me out sometimes. I get those red letters in the mail. It's all like, we had suspicious activity on your account, so we made sure to close this, but be careful next time. It's like, okay, thank you.
How about, I got a settlement check in the mail the other day from
I got mine from Verizon for a while ago, but go on.
Some fucking medical company that I've never dealt with before. Apparently, like, my company's insurance dealt through them or something, had an affiliation with them. And, like, I have pretty good insurance, but, you know, I got a check for $55 in the mail from the federal government. And I'm like, what the fuck happened? Some company called Benefit, spelled with a Y and two T's, had like some $100 million settlement with the FTC. And I just received a random check in the mail. And I'm like, I don't fucking know anything about this company. I've never heard of them before. Why am I getting a check? So I was really skeptical because it could be an easy scam. Like, I could send you a fake check, like, appearing to be something official, and you go to deposit into your bank account, and I could look at the routing information for your bank account.
Oh, for real?
And then I have it.
I never knew that. Fuck.
So, like, if you tried to, like, deposit a check that I wrote you, like, but I'm appearing as, like, Verizon, say, like, I make a fake check saying that I'm Verizon for $5, and you go to deposit in your bank account, I can just look at your routing information, and now I have it. And I could sell it to anybody, or I could just use it myself. So I was really skeptical, and so I didn't deposit it. I might take it to the police station, but I did research on it online. Like, it's a legit thing, but I just don't know if the check's legit. Like, it could be somebody posing to be that company or the Federal Trade Commission.
Honestly, give it to your bank. They're pretty good at identifying that.
Right.
That's what I would do. When I went to the bank, I gave them the slip and mine worked fine. But I also remember filling out a form to be part of, like, get about,
you're entitled to your own settlement.
I basically like filled out the form being part of the settlement.
I think I did that for Facebook, and I never got fucking anything for it.
Bro, me and you both. Anyways.
Do you remember when Zuck was on the fucking... He was, like, in and out of court for some, like, information selling and bullshit, like, privacy stuff, and it was like, hey, Facebook's got this class action lawsuit, this, that, and the third. You could be entitled to a settlement if you fill out this form. I was like, fuck. Hell yeah. And like, how much do you think you're eligible for? I'm like, fucking $5,000. You know?
Yeah, no.
I got zero out of it.
Bro, the funniest thing is I recently was applying to colleges online, and fucking hell, man. I applied to blank university.
YSU.
I applied to OSU at first, but then I realized I didn't have my degree, so it was a fucking stupid thing I did. But I applied to insert university and insert university for game development and design. And behold, within 24 hours on my YouTube thing, I get this fucking cuck-ass white dude with an orange beard saying, "We're giving away free online game development courses free. It's like, bro, I get that ad every fucking
Targeted
day.
advertisement.
Getting fucking 10 ads for the same fucking thing. And if I see that dude again, I'm going to kill him, man. It's some dude they hired off Fiverr to say, we're giving away free online game developments. It's very clearly some dude they hired off Fiverr because they have all the shit they would. But yeah, no, fuck that. Fuck that stupid little fucking ad. But yeah, my information's been sold so fucking much, man. I have a burner email
Oh, I guarantee it.
and like I'm so tempted to use it, but like I've used my normal email so much, it's just so fucked. I don't think it could get any worse, like genuinely. But yeah, companies sell your
All
shit.
right, so you want to call it here?
Oh, here I do have one more story about that. About information selling.
Okay.
So I recently tried to apply to Purdue University online. Do you know what Purdue University is?
Yeah, I know Purdue. Yeah.
Well, I felt like I was being like marketed into it, or I don't. I'll go into it. I felt like a commissioner
Just being
like trying to sell me into the courses,
like forced into it.
So I fill out the online form because I was like, oh, you might be able to get these classes done for free because your retail a company, you know, pays for the schooling through Purdue. I'm like, oh, cool, awesome. I'll look into it. Free college is free college. I fill out the form 2 seconds in, like after I'm done filling out the form, I get a call from Purdue University. I'm like, oh, that was quick. And it's just some like happy-go-lucky salesman, right? He's like, hey man, you know, I saw you're trying to apply for this, et cetera, et cetera. I can hook you up, man. I'm all like, oh,
like I'm gonna be your best friend. Like I'm totally here just for you
yeah,
and you
like,
only. Like I'm here to save you money.
yeah,
and you only.
literally.
Yeah.
And I was all like, well, look, man, my degree is pretty unique. I don't know if you really could. I kind of did this on a whim. He's like, oh, what is it? I was like, oh, it's just video game design. He's all like, we have that, and it could be covered under your company. He's like, where do you work for? I'm like, I work for blank. And he's like, yeah, no, we work through them. You can get this all for free. And I'm like, oh,
Of course
awesome.
they
I was
do.
like, you know, could you give me more details on your program? He's like, well, see, I can't give you them, but this guy that works through your company could. And I'm like, well, you know, I'd like to get more information out of you before you start transferring me over to multiple people. He's like, well, see, I don't know. I work a whole different department. I'm so sorry. I work business. I'm like, fine, whatever, man. And he transfers me. He transfers.
Sorry, I just call young men and sucker them into signing loans that they could never fucking repay to come to our school. And
Apparently,
yeah,
man.
that's it. That's all I specialize in. I make you believe that this is the one and only place you should be.
Yeah.
It's like it's selling insurance, dude. Like, dude, selling in like insurance salesman, like just some fucking random insurance company, like nothing big. You literally have to force people to believe into believing that that's what they have to do, and they make a fucking shit ton of money off of it. It's like really crooked. It's legal, but it's
I have
really
a story
crooked.
about that too. But let me finish this one out real quick. So by the end of it, he transfers me to this Jamaican chill ass dude, and he's all like, so I start questioning him. I was like, here, I need like classes for this degree. Do you guys pay fully for this degree? And you know, does it align with the things I use in this degree, like Unity, GitHub, all this shit, right? And he's all like, well, you know, we haven't heard from you know where I work, but we haven't heard from blank in like 6 months, and you know, they used to do the program, and now they kind of just stopped, and we haven't heard anything from them in a while. I'm like, oh, how long's a while? Like a month or two? He's like, since October. And I'm like
of 2016.
Yeah, literally. And I'm like, oh, I was like, you know, if they come back, give me a call. He's like, yeah, man, I'm so sorry to waste your time. I'm like, nah, man, you've been the most upfront person with me so far. So I'm like,
right. It's like, I appreciate you more than you even know, buddy.
So I click off the call, and then throughout the week, I keep getting calls from the same go-lucky get motherfucker from Purdue University, man. It's I need to block his number, but he keeps changing the phone number. Anyways. But no, to rant one more time. Did I ever tell you, Daniel, I used to be a salesman?
No, but I don't find it hard to believe because a lot of people try to go that route. Like it's not uncommon.
Well, let me tell you something. I used to work for a special little company that sold electricity rates. Do you know any people like this?
Uh, yeah, NRG.
I mean, I guess so. But let me tell you about my initiation into it. So, I
Oh, there's an
oh
initiation
fuck yeah,
process.
dude. So basically,
Oh, nice.
I pull up in there, I pull up to the a sketchy ass place in Akron, and it's a rundown hotel, but it smells like
Oh,
cat piss. And it's a one-on-one meeting. I was supposed to dress like business professional, not business casual, which was a very, very new thing to me. I was supposed to like professionally dress with shoes and everything, right? I get in there.
right.
It's some like 30-year-old happy-go-lucky dude, just like the salesman off Purdue University. And he's all like, "Nice to meet you, Ian."
You want to make a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah.
money?
Basically, actually, I think he opened up with us. Hey, you know what? You want to make a lot of money? I was like, hell yeah, dude. And he was like trying to be like all zoomer with me, and I was just biting into it because I needed a job at the time. I needed money, and he starts like talking to me like really upbeat, and I'm like, fuck yeah, dude, fuck yeah. And he whips out this whiteboard. He's all like, do you want to make a lot of money? Fucking. So here's what our company does, and I need you to follow along with this. Try as best as you can. He's like, he starts drawing arrows and shit. He's like, we as a company, we provide all this stuff for you, and we want you to be here by this point. I think you might be able to do this. You look like the man. You're giving me all your attention. You're better than most of the people that come in here and want to do this job.
Just giving you the whole fucking
He's
spiel.
basically glazing me. He's dick riding me, and I'm over here looking enthusiastic as fuck. 'Cause I
Right.
want this job. And he's like, you know what, Ian, I fucking like you. He literally says, I fucking like you. And he's all like, you can start next week, Monday. I'm like, thank you so much, sir. I shake his hand, and we go on our way. A week later, there's like 5 other people in there, different ages, super hot girl at the time. Stayed for her, and I know my girlfriend's next to me, but this was before we were dating. I was like super into this chick, so I kind of stayed there for a little bit longer. Um, Basically, I go through training with all these people, and basically, it's just teaching us how to be a salesman. Running our scripts, talking to people, and mind you, we have to go door to door when we talk to people, so we have to memorize our lines, all this
Yeah.
stuff. Um, you know, I was a slow learner at it because like fuck that. I just didn't want to like study outside of when I'm being paid, which by the way, training was not paid. Of course not.
Oh, of course not.
And whatever, we get to my first day outside selling electricity rates, and I have a mentor. Mentor's a really shitty word for this guy. We have a sleazeball pulling up to the door.
Fucking
Yeah,
dirtbag
dude.
salesman
Yeah,
showing you
dude.
the
And
ropes.
like he pulls up to some Section 8 housing area where there's 3 kids on the lawn just, doing their thing. Oh my God, I skipped the most important part. That's why I forgot the initiation part. So before we go out on my first day, we have to do charades. This is all mandatory, by the way. We have to stay back in the shitty, piss smelled hotel and do charades. Like we talked about movies, and all this was mandatory, and we'd all have to make a circle, and we'd all go around and clap everybody's hands. We'd smack it like a football team. We go in a circle and smack everybody's hands and go rah. And by the end of it, we'd be all like, "How many sales did you get today, Thomas?" He'd be like, "I got 5." And everyone's go like, sure, trim like, "Yeah, Thomas, let's go, fucking Thomas." Stuff like that, like hype up stuff. We draw on the board, we play hangman, all this, and all this shit was mandatory, by the way, for like an hour, unpaid, unfucking paid. And I'm over here sitting here like, I hate this. I hate every moment. And I'm over here with a drained white face, like I can't do this every day. I'll kill myself. So
Like
it
some
was,
cult
dude. It
type
really was.
shit.
And this was everyday mandatory. You could not skip this. Like, if you did not show up here, they could like dock you for like not showing up and all this shit.
Right.
And the main executive was there that day, and he pulls me to the side. He's like, Ian, right? I'm like, yeah. He's like, do you want to be here? And my broke ass is like, oh my god, he saw right through the through the drainage in my face. Like,
He could
yeah, like
see
I'm a
right
fucking
through
ghost.
me.
Like, you know what, man? I do want to be here. He's like, you know what? I believe you. And, I was like, just try to keep that smile up, like keep up everybody's energy. You got this, man. I'm like, all right, man. So I go back in there with a half ass, fake ass grin, and I start joining in with the charades. And oh my God, it was so fucking bad. It
Dude,
was
that's
so
so
fucking
weird.
weird. I really hated every moment of this job. But go back to my first day. First day on the job, I am with my sleaze ass coworker who also ended up shit talking me because I started shit talking the job because I thought he was like me. But
Right.
we get to the first day. We're in Section 8 housing of Akron, and so just
So
Akron,
just
and
Akron.
we were trying to sell electricity rates to people. 9 times out of 10, people are on government electricity, like NRG. They have like contracts with
Right.
them because they basically are on disability or something like that, whatever. And that was most of our shit, and we couldn't do anything with those people. But with the few people we could just sell electricity rates to them and lie to them. Uh, so first day in, I keep pushing this off. I'm sorry. Um, there's 3 kids on the lawn, like very small toddler kids, and they're playing with baseball bats and whatever the fuck. And the mother, pregnant, smoke cigarette in her mouth, whatever. What? Yeah. And my sleazeball coworker is talking to her. He's like, "No, we can lower your rates. We can save you a ton of money. And like, all you have to do is grab your electricity bill, and we'll show you." She goes and grabs it. I'm chilling there waiting, twiddling my thumbs, trying to observe, absorb, do my thing. And this kid, he starts picking on me. And obviously, it's just a little toddler kid. He's 4 years old,
You skinny white boy.
dressed up in
Fucking.
like business casual wear, because we also have to be business casual door to door in the hot summer
Right.
of June. Anyways, uh, so he starts hitting me with the bat. I'm like, hey, stop that. That's not cool, man. And eventually, he ends up fucking off, and then he runs back at me and slams me in the nuts with a baseball bat. First day, first house. Not kidding. Uh, I fucking hated it, man. And after we get done, like almost selling her electricity, because her husband comes out and is like, "Hey, fuck off, no solicitors." Um, he's like, "Hey, man, I'm so sorry that happened. This usually this never happens on the first day. I'm so sorry. I'll treat you to some food later." And I'm like, "Okay, man, thank you so much. Right now, I just want to get to the car, get some water." I grab a water bottle. We head out to the next house. Everything goes fine from there. We get doors slammed on our faces, and we even made a sale. Um, so that was pretty cool. And near the end, he's like, "You know what? I know you're hungry. I'm gonna buy you food." You know where he takes me? You know where he takes me to get food? Take a guess.
uh.
Arby's.
Fucking McDonald's. Dude, you can't get any worse than Arby's, dude. Like, dude, you want some
I don't even
fucking
think it was
roast beef
Arby's. I think it
sliders,
was
bro?
KFC. It was one of the two.
Oh, I would not be upset with KFC if somebody wants to take me to
He
get fried
wasn't
chicken. I'd
spending
be
that
like,
money
all right,
on fried chicken. I got a $5
nah, probably not.
biggie box from there, and I got their Nashville chicken sandwich. And I was like, okay, awesome, amazing, man. This is great. And I dropped it in his car because we're carpooling there.
All right, so let's wrap things up
Okay.
there. I guess we're rolling
No, you're
around
right.
like an
You're right.
hour
I'll
and
finish
40
the story
minutes.
later, but it gets even worse. Brief. Yeah. Until next
Until
time.
next
All right.
time.
Let's end it. Adios, mi amigos. Peace, peace.
Leave questions for us, please. All right. Yeah, I'll do it. What? Are you still recording? Oh, okay.